Welcome to my channel. Today I want to make a flip through of all my finished works in Sagor or Sagner by Emily Lindehold-Oberg. Unfortunately, this book now is a very rare treasure, and it's such a pity that there is no way to get this book in paper or PDF format. I consider this book one of the most interesting and most inspiring book which I've ever seen. You probably already have heard the story from me, but in the very beginning, when I just started to color, I considered this book very ugly. But then, after I got it myself and I had the second look at these beautiful pictures, I immediately fall in love. So for now I have finished quite a lot of pictures here, and also I would say that it's perfect book for fall and winter season. It's very heartwarming, so to say. So let me show you what have I done so far in this book. This title page shows my very bad habit to start testing my new mediums on the title page. I know that it's not very good, and usually all my title pages are totally ruined, and here I did this background immediately after I got my set of neocolors. But I wouldn't say that this background is complete catastrophe. I would say that maybe one day I will finish to color it. So it's not perfect, but also it's not so bad. In this book I have this work which I honestly consider as one of my best finished works during my whole time of coloring during the last 4 years. And it was an example of using a lot of mediums here. I used here watercolors, acrylic paints, there went graphite, there went ink tents probably, of course there went drawing pencils with their warm colors for the houses, so a lot of various mediums. And if you're interested, I have full color along for this picture on my YouTube channel. I will leave a link to this video in the end of this one. In the very beginning I thought that these gnomes or trolls, they are absolutely ugly, and now I think that they are so cute and I definitely want to color them. But probably this is a winter picture, so they have to wait for a couple of months, because there is also a lot of fall pictures. It's a pity that during last several months I had totally forgot about this book, so now I definitely want to return to it. This one I did during last winter, I think that yes, last year probably. It's not perfect for my opinion, maybe I had to work more, especially covering all black lines, but then I didn't have Posca pens, so it was tedious work to cover black lines, so I didn't do it, and even now I still like it. This was probably my one of the first finished works here, and from this page started my habit to do a quite plain, even colorful background, so without any special elements, some artistic stains on the background. And it's my favorite way to cover background with color of acrylic paint matching the image on the page, and in such way I would say that very beautiful designs of Emily Lindehold-Oberg, they look really well. On several pictures I used more complicated backgrounds, but on many of my finished projects I use this method and I still like it. Here I used a lot of Derwent drawings. I consider their muted, very natural tones, quite a good match to the style of these designs. So if you are fortunate to have this book and if you have Derwent drawings, try to use them together. I am sure that you will enjoy it. This one I hadn't finished, something went wrong with my watercolor background, so I have abandoned it, but probably I will simply cover top part of the background using acrylic paint, and in such way I will be able to continue. This was another of my winter projects during previous year, and I still love it a lot. I love style of Emily Lindehol, how she draws animals, and I love these simplified designs. They are very easy to color for me. I love compositions that mostly design is in the center of the page. Everything is very well balanced, and I love that images are very cute. Here is another example of a very simple acrylic background in matching colors to this picture. Here I used polychromoses. In this book I used various mediums, Prismacolors, polychromoses, and even more exotic pencils. And I do think that this paper is suitable for all mediums. Even my Derwent color softs behave here quite well, and I was very surprised when I discovered it. I believe that this one was made with Prismacolors. I definitely can see here muted turquoise, blue grape, and clay rose. So yes, this was made using Prismacolors. It's my fall witch, again from previous year, and I still like it. I also added some metal acrylic paints here, so it's even shiny. Probably I love this bottle most of all. I added this frame for the background. I imagine that it's some kind of the magical mirror, and that's why I have this background and this frame. It's my lunar cat, again with acrylic background, but here I added fine tech pearlescent watercolors, a little bit of blue and pink, so it's very nice and shiny, but in the same time very delicate. It's hard to say, but probably here I used polychromoses. It's definitely a lot of Pompeian red I can recognize here, so yes, it's made with polychromoses. For this page I think that I have color along on my channel, and for the rest color alongs are on Patreon. So this one is available on YouTube, and I was eager to experiment with these unusual colors, and I still think that it's quite successful experiment. Again I did a background using acrylic gouache by Turner, and I do love this Prismacolor color combo of mineral orange, of nectar, probably clay rose, so it's quite interesting, and maybe I will repeat this color combo for some of my other projects. And I wanted to make her with these beautiful purple hairs and with some stars on top of them. I hope that you're able to see these golden stars. It's difficult to film, but I hope that you will see. Of course, I did this bunny for the Easter, and in the very beginning, when I started to do this background, I was sure that I have totally ruined this page, because this very active green, it was quite a strange beginning. But in the very end, I think that with such unfortunate start, I managed to do quite a nice picture from it. I still don't like this added egg, but all other elements isn't so bad. Kolorowanka is also available on YouTube, and it was one of my first efforts to color full, not perfect but also not very bad. I definitely like his eyes. This picture I colored for this Easter. Didn't have any more appropriate design, so I found this one and I thought that maybe it's not so bad. This picture is very shiny. Again, acrylic background, and on top of it find the watercolors. Here I do love my color combo. I think that this I don't know, claret magenta color looks very nice together with violet and of course together with gold. So I do love this color palette. The right one also was made for Easter, but probably 3 years ago, so it was quite earliest project. And here I started from the cup and I did like it. Then I did birds and everything else. But when I started to do background, I believe that I have used gouache paints. I have almost ruined it. I even tried to use some stencils with bricks. I don't know if you can see it. I used stencils and a white paint in order, I hoped to cover the ugliest areas of the background. So it was part of my experimenting, part of my learning process. This one I definitely love. It's also available on my YouTube channel, and I believe that here I used mix of Prismacolors probably, and also some of the Derwent drawings probably, but I don't remember clearly. Probably Prismacolors and something else. And again, simple green acrylic background, and I do think that it's a very nice way to do backgrounds in this book. What else I have here? It's also one of my earlier works, so I was very interested in creating this effect, and it still looks quite nice. It's also available on my YouTube channel, and I think that I will try to find it and I will put a link to this video because I still consider it's quite interesting. I love this color combo, I love the moons, I think that he's very cute, and I do love this background which a little resembles some northern lights, or at least it was my initial idea. And this was my first finished project in this book, after which I totally fall in love. I selected this very simple page, I did very simple background, but still I enjoyed immensely coloring these mice and these cups, so it was the start of our great love. This is my recently finished project, the Red Riding Hood. I can't say that it was easy to color. Probably after some time, when you don't use book, you need some time to back again to remember the best way to color in it. So I can't say that I am totally happy with this page, but at least I am glad that I decided to turn it into the autumn scene with all those yellow-orange leaves, that I tried to use some unusual color combos, and most of all I am happy that I have returned to color in this book. This one is simple and colored with Derwent color softs, so they also work quite nice on this paper, and their colors, I think that they are very suitable for the style of this page. Probably I also need to color something in this book with color softs. They are not very popular pencils, but as I have them and as I have books where they behave quite well, I can use them. And this page I also did with color softs. That's where I discovered that they can be very helpful in this book. And I still love this snake, even if I am not a huge lover of snakes. This one with jewelry and with this nice flowers definitely is a good picture. I was very happy when I have completed it. And again, color along is available on my channel. This one also was quite earlier work, so I have some remaining soft pastel here. I need to delete it, but anyway, here I did background using pencils, quite unusual for me for this book. And for these houses, for the mountains, for the troll, I used different drawings and added a little bit of brighter colors from Prismacolor set. A very nice experience, and I remember that I enjoyed it a lot. This one I finished last year, and it didn't have had this background. There were only this very cute bird and his baggage, but I added all these mountains, all these hills and small houses, and it was a lot of fun. I was a little bit nervous, but in the end I'm quite happy how everything looked, starting from this snow sky to these mountains covered with snow and these cute northern villages. I added this river also, so it was an interesting project to do. Here I tested some of my water-soluble pencils, and now when I look at it, maybe I have to find this set and to try them more. They have nice selection of warm brown, orange, ochre, yellow colors, which are very helpful to do autumn pictures. So maybe I need to give this set a second life, second chance. And finally, I have this page with maybe not Santa Claus, it's more in a Russian way, because this Santa doesn't have a red coat, more traditional for my country to use blue colors for the coat of Santa, which we called Ded Moroz or Father Frozen, something like this. Sorry guys, I have forgot how to translate it, but anyway, I remember that I did it on the 1st of January, probably 2 years ago, or maybe already 3 years ago. But I clearly remember that it was my first project of the year, and I still like this fantasy background. It's colored with Prismacolors, using all their pastel colors, but on top of it, with stencil, I added snowflakes using white gouache. It's very delicate, not very bright, not very contrast, but I do love it in this soft way. For me, it's definitely a soft, very romantic, very tender morning after Christmas Day. So it was exactly what I wanted to create here. I was very pleased myself to look at all my finished works and also to remind myself how many beautiful pictures I have here and how lucky I am that I have this book. So I hope that maybe one day this problem with this book will be resolved and Emily Lindehol Oberg at least will be able to sell her book in PDF, because her pictures are absolutely amazing. I thank you for watching, for listening, and if you want to, I have a playlist for all my finished pictures here on my channel, and of course I will put links to the videos in the end of this review. Thanks for watching and until the next video.